Comrades and friends, welcome back to a new season, welcome back to our Republic of Tecnovakia. It is autumn over our Republic, as you can see by the grim weather that we have. It's all a little bit grey and the colors are turning from bright green to muddy brown and orange, and soon we're gonna have a white nation, which is absolutely beautiful, I can promise you, especially at night. So let us get to it, because we have a couple of preparations still to do. But even though it does feel like every episode and every season we're not really getting closer to our goals, we are. The list today is really not that long, and a couple of items are very easy fixes. And we're going to start with the extremely easy one, and that is in Berlin. I actually have to pause there. I was a little overeager by dropping all the bought resources. Of course, we need to buy chemicals still. We get the crops, but we need the chemicals, so hopefully there wasn't a clothing shortage nationwide. To be sure there wasn't, we're just gonna make one bulk purchase. It's a little expensive, I realize that, and it's a little ridiculous since we are producing it. Hang on, why are we... That should work now, right? Yeah, there's people working. Friends, why you no produce clothing? That's a bit weird. They're just building up their own stockpile? It should land here. Operating without issue. They have fabric. They should be producing clothing. Huh, that is curious to say the least. Let's see what happens when there's a couple more workers. Hopefully this here will start to fill up. No. Okay, then now they're drawing down. Strange. I hope they don't have to fill up their export here. Ah, there we go. Okay, so now we're... It's like a weird number that needs to be... It's like there needs to be a certain pressure on that valve, if you know what I mean. But yeah, it seems to be working now. So okay, so what we'll do is buy a little offset. And there we go. It's very expensive, but again, it's not a problem currently. And we're gonna make it back anyway. And I don't want our people to have no clothing in winter. That would be a little ridiculous. Alright, so that is that. The next item is not that urgent. Yeah, actually we don't have that. This one here doesn't have power, but it's not used anyway, so... and we need to fix the rails, but again, not really important. Okay, I think that was it for Berlin. I'm just constantly looking at my situation sheet here. Yes, that was it for Berlin. Next item. Ah, no, that wasn't it for Berlin. Ah, yeah, I knew there was something I forgot. These here cannot be reached by construction vehicles, so we need to connect the footpath into the street here. Of course we could also buy it out, but for this one I feel it's not really... That's just where we connect it to the street. Probably here, honestly, that looks the... Ah, yeah, I remember, that was the problem. Okay, so we do it here. You convinced me, game. I'll just make a nice curve, I don't know, like so. And then that can get built, and once this is built, this can get built, and then the memorial can get built. But it's nothing urgent that we need to really worry about. Okay, then we need to... Yeah, the wood production is completely overkill. Like, I went from not having enough to an absolute overkill. I'm hoping this will be alleviated a little once we start using up more boards and shipping them over to our new town, but anyway, it's a good problem. I mean, we have too much wood, so it's a good problem. Here you can see, by the way, a little preparation, but yeah, that's for later. Now, we need here, yes, we need to spend some money, my favorite part of that game. Where did I place? There we are. We need technical service vehicles, and I set up the priorities a little. I'm gonna set the range to 2 miles or 2 kilometers, depending where you're from. And we need some snow plows. For winter is right around the corner. We're in September, at the end of September actually, so it won't be long. It's getting cold already. Snow plowing speed. I think these here are by far the best. 43 kilometers while plowing snow. I mean, that is... yeah. I guess for far drives, these here are better. They drive... I don't know. It seems hard to beat. Like, they have double the speed, so... we'll just... how many can we fit there? That's 8. So... 240,000 is that, right? So that's 1. Ooh, yeah. That's gonna hit hard. Because we have a couple of those. That's gonna be fun. Ooh, yes. And down to 600,000. I mean, we're still wealthy, but I can't scream about being rich anymore properly. And now we need to do the same here, and we have 2 technical services, right? We have the one here and the one here. Yeah. I'm gonna start in here, and we're not gonna go high priority on the mud roads. Actually, don't need much priority on those at all. Gravel, we have a couple. Most important is asphalt, and asphalt with lamps. Trolley roads, just gonna put those. Bridges, sure. Yeah, and then you guys will just... yikes. Okay, we're down to 400 grand. I'm like last time. I'm both happy and sad. Because happy that we are really spending money in the late game still. I'm not sure if we're in the late game. I mean, we didn't even have... yeah, we were not really late game. I take that back. We're in the mid game. But it felt like money has no use. It does. It does. There's ways to spend it. And we're currently certainly doing that. Okay, we're building up a stockpile here. That's good. That's very good. We should be able to sell some steel again. So hopefully... let's see. Watch the traffic here. There should be some trucks selling steel, I'm hoping. It's not gonna alleviate our financial burden a little. Can't see any though. We're up to 18% right now. No, there's not really one. Oh well. Do I want to spend the snow plowing vehicle money right now, or do we wait? I think I'll spend it now. If worst comes to worst, we'll take out a loan. So, here we're gonna go a little higher on the mud road priority, but not high. Gravel a little higher. Most important is asphalt. Asphalt with lamps. Bridges. Like so. Okay, and now we're, well, not broke. I mean, there was a time in the game when I wished I had 180,000 in the bank, but we're close to broke, so I'm gonna stop spending money now. Luckily, that is about it. Now, back to Stettin. Another thing we need to do, though I'm not sure if you want to do it with that low bank, but I'm gonna explain it and then we can do it later. I did a bit of preparation, as you can see. I terraformed a part of this mountain here. Like I made a little plateau, so to speak, that we could use for a couple things. Number one, we could, if we wanted to, make this connection, this road connection here a bit straighter and down there. Just cut the time it takes to bring workers up here. But what I really need to do is... there we go. Is build a couple of these storages in here. Because as we saw in Berlin, if we move over here, we have this intermediate storage for the coal ores, and that really alleviated our coal problem. Like, since we have that, this processing plant can go 24/7 at max capacity. As long as there's workers, it can work at max capacity. And that is really what we need to make full use of the... thank you. Full use of the coal deposit over here. And I've also been made aware, and thank you guys for that, that we didn't pick the best spot here. I think I picked that out of laziness, kinda, because I didn't want to terraform that much, but it's coming back to bite me in the you-know-where. So we could, of course, get a better coal mine. somewhere around here. Need flat terrain. I can't really show it, but there should be better spots. I mean, we're on the edge of the coal deficit. I'm gonna do my little intermediate storage fix first, and after that we'll see how we stand. Because I'm like, this here can... Oh, hang on, we can do it here, the math. No, not with oil. Ground coal iron, there we go. Coal mine. Yes, so a coal mine can produce 4.2 tons per worker. So that is roughly 800 tons per day. A bit more than that. 880 tons. Because 4 times 220, right? And this here can use 200 tons a day at max capacity. So that's not gonna, like, we don't need a full quality source. We don't even need the full amount of workers in here. This should be fine to absolutely swamp these guys here. What we need is an intermediate storage, so the fluctuation here won't translate immediately into fluctuation here, and we can maybe increase the amount of traffic that we have here. I mean, the buses bringing the workers. Okay, so that's that. Right, that's it for the quick fixes already. Now let's get back to the problem area. And I'm trying to, as you guys might tell, might be able to tell, play for time a little, because we need those storages here to be finished, so we can really commence with the production. The thing we might do, though, is... Didn't we get a distribution office? Didn't we have a road vehicle thingy? I could swear we had one. Yes, this here. Road vehicle depot. We need some workers in this heating plant, even though it's not quite finished yet, and especially the pipes here are not finished, but nonetheless we do need some workers in there, and we're gonna do that with the small buses. Just the trusty old micro buses. Actually here, maybe these here are more suitable. I think 2 will be enough. Question is where we get them from. So we have this bus stop and this one here. Yeah, we're gonna get it from the one that has more people in it. And we're gonna load them there. No tourists, and obviously gonna unload them here. Like so. And then we're gonna copy that whole mess and... Oops. Onto the other one. And we're gonna have them launch. And actually line space this. And that should bring workers over here. I'm also gonna buy out this little part here. Yeah, 4 grand. It's just gonna hold up construction too long. So I'm gonna buy out this, and that'll actually already supply this. Oh, we don't have power here. Yeah, that's another thing we need to deal with. Didn't we? I could swear we did something for power here. But it's good I didn't swear, because... Ah, yes, we connected this one here, right? No, this one is already connected by default. Where do we get power here? Good question. Next question. Guess we have to do a switch here and run a little bit of extra cable. Could do a switch like where? We come in... Could do a switch here. Or maybe like so. Yeah, that might work. Okay, so build you like here. Bear with me, I mean, it will make sense in a second. Can I remove that road? No, I cannot. Okay, fine. Yes, I got that. Just move off. Shove off, and then let's... Okay. Can I do it now? Oh, of course not. Of course not. Just get the hell off the road. There we go, thank you. Okay, so now we can bring this up here. Connect in here. Actually makes the whole thing look a little bit better, so... Hooray. Now I can't see a thing, so I need to speed through the night. And enjoy the lights in the distance. Did I rant this episode already? How beautiful this game looks, how you get these realistic shots. Like when you remember when you're driving, like when you're a teenager and your parents are driving, and you're just staring out the window because it's late, and then you're coming towards your home city, right? And you're just driving along and you can see that in the distance. That's the feel and about the look that I get here, if you lived in a small town like I did. It's really pretty. And really surprisingly realistic from a distance. Maybe I'm just romanticizing it. You let me know in the comments. What do you think? I feel I might be romanticizing. Okay, let's waste some money. We're making some again, so that's great. And the way we're gonna waste money... I know I'm inventive with that, but this here is a whole new level. Let's show it off. We can bring over the power here. Run it up all the way. I'm too excited about that, I'm sorry. Connect it here and then come back down. Yes, come back down. The same power way. Power cables, whatever. Connected in here. So now we're connected over this switch into this power station. It's amazing. And that'll give us a free connection. Ain't that great? I think it's great. We need to buy this out though, so we have power. Let's see if this worked. It did. Great. I mean, we're not even remotely close to drawing the amount of power that we that is available here on the small line. So we're just powering a couple of buildings, like here the distribution office, a farm, and a couple of these gas stations, and that's about it. So not really worried about that. Okay, now we can actually get the substation here. I wonder though how far up we're gonna get it. Like where might we need another? I'm thinking we get it quite far, like bring it to here. We might need it, we might not. But... Okay, and then we can... no, we cannot. That's okay, we can come in hot at an angle like here. I wish it would do an S-curve already for me, but apparently that's too much to ask. But this here works. Looks a little awkward, but... What do we care? Okay, let me connect you straight ahead. And there we go. Now we have the power. And we should already have the heat or as well. Here we are. And now these firemen have heat. All it took was a heat pump, a heat exchanger, another switch, an extra power station. And these 10 people have heat. That is the length that this party and this republic will go to. That it's firefighters and its people and its firefighters, Jesus, have have warm feet. I wanted to say, like, you know when your brain does that, you want to say firefighters and people, and you think about it while you're talking, and then your brain makes fire people. It's like that. Good thing we didn't make people fighters. Having heat there means we have workers here, which is great. Well, we have one worker, but hey, it's better than nothing. And we're working hard on the pipes. Okay, I think it's about time we bought out one of these. But we can't afford the trains. Can we? No, we cannot. We most certainly cannot. Huh. Yeah, that dampened my enthusiasm a little. So even if we buy out these, we cannot afford to buy the trains, and we need to keep some money in the bank, because when winter comes around and we cannot afford these heat pipes, there's gonna be some trouble. Yo. And you have brick, steel, boards, mechanical components. Yeah, that's the important stuff here that you cannot get to. Mechanical components, where would we get those from? Probably not from this cargo station. If we ever had mechanical components here, we would deliver them via trucks, right? Because they're high value, low volume goods, kind of, so it's not necessary to bring them in with a train. We could produce them here, but then we need to bring the steel. That's not really an option. So we really need to find a little space for a little warehouse. And this space here is reserved, as you remember, because there's oil fields here. We need to move some of that stuff over here. Do we want like a little side connected warehouse like here somewhere? Because this is going to be asphalted all through anyway. So yeah, it could sit well here. We're not going to go with a small warehouse this time, because we have a big city to build, and most likely we're going to need... Actually, we could go onto here with a train even. Yeah, I like that. So we could build it like here. That would fit in kind of. No, we can't build it there because there's oil. I keep forgetting. So we'll just build it here. That's okay with me. We can still connect it through a train if necessary. I don't think it will be necessary. Okay, and then again we need to cut the power. You think if you total up the amount of cash spent, are power lines number one money drain? They think they might. Okay, so we're pretty much done here. We have to wait. And there's not much we can do. I cannot... What the hell? Ah yeah, that's our underground tunnel. We have to wait for this. Ah, but we cannot finish these because the components are missing. I see. Helicopter office is bringing them here. And here, but not on these. Okay. That was my mistake. I see. So we need to get the helicopter offices involved. Or rather the helicopter office, because there is only the one. We need to work on this and on this. And you are involved here. Yes, you are. Okay. So these can get finished. But we don't need that much. We just need some steel. Do we have steel problems? Is that maybe the problem? We have steel available here. No, that is not the problem. Do we have fuel problems? Nope. That is not a problem. We don't have mechanical components there. But maybe they can be brought by the other construction office. I think we're okay. Might be, I don't know. Okay, so now we can't, we don't have to actually push it any longer. We can start with the city layout, and I designated like this area here. I'm not sure if we want to terraform this. I might actually... Where's that gonna be? Might actually terraform the main city. Let's see. It's not too bad. It's like a little plateau. But it certainly eases things up quite a bit if we terraform. And can push it out like so. I might have to do that. We have a large gravel source here, which I'm not sure we're ever going to need to tap in. We're just going to push that ahead here, and then we're going to smooth it out later. problem. And we actually have enough bulldozers. This should go at a reasonable speed. Yeah. Reasonable speed. Okay, so the plan is the area that I'm currently bulldozing. Oops. That is gonna be like the main city, pretty much. I'm not sure if all of it. We'll see how far I'm actually gonna have to bulldoze it. But that is pretty much gonna be our city center, and then extending toward here. I'm not sure how many districts I want to build. I would love to have a district over here, like bridge it. Have it connected, like... I actually would like that. Have it split by the tracks. Have a main station here, and then have another city district here. The problem is the pollution here with the plant that's running on coal, so I'm not quite sure to do that, but the plan is roughly to have the train station here, that we're gonna leave that area open a little. I need to do some planning and maybe some inspiration in the comments. I wouldn't mind that, of course. But usually with my recording schedule, it doesn't go too well to take your guys' suggestions into account. It's usually in between seasons I can do that. Nonetheless, as you know me, I'm not afraid to rebuild little parts of the city at all. So if there's great suggestions, I'll certainly make sure they are implemented. Okay, so that's a bit of space already. And then we're just going to go over with the... there's a smoothing tool. There we are. And we're just going to make this border a little smoother. And there we go. Terraforming really works great if you have that those slight differences, and if you have the free, like if you have the bulldozers and excavators. It's a whole different story if you have like a high mountainous areas or like valleys and peaks. That is really tedious to level out, because you have to switch between the tools and all. It's not too smart, but whatever. Ooh, what is this? A new type of vehicle. A hopper for... Is that true? Hang on. Sorry, I need to, Is that... Please tell me this. Oh, please. Where's my cargo wagons? Oh, thank the gods. Oh, thank the gods. Alright, so we have our own cement hopper. That is perfect. I was already afraid we have to buy this one here. The one in dollars, because we don't have any dollars anymore, and we have a NATO border up in the north, like here, but it's kind of difficult to reach. We don't have goods here yet to sell, so it would have taken us quite a while to be able to ship stuff here via train. And now it's a lot easier, which is great. Okay, where was I? Yes, so the plan is main city square like here. And then I want to loosely try and connect this village in. For two reasons. Number one, I think is a good looker. Have a city in multiple districts, not just one blob like we have it in Berlin. I already like what we did with Stettin, where there's... I'm going to just fly over there. I'm sorry, it's a little bit of a talky episode, but things need to be planned, right? And we have whole season to build that city. Because as I said, we're almost through the to-do list anyway. So I kind of really like what we did in Stettin, where we have a at least visibly clear distinction between our tourist area over here. Especially at night, it becomes very clear. Our city center with the high-rises and the hospital and the shopping mall in there. And then the outskirts a little, where there's the middle-class citizens working in the schools and university. And up here we have our luxury suburb, where potentially the party secretary lives. I don't know, maybe he's in this house or maybe he's in this house. Who knows, maybe he drives in the 1st or in the 7th of the colony of what do you call it? The trail of Mercedes that is driving there each night. Where was I? Yes, I got distracted. Right. So I really like that, and I want to expand on it and make these distinctions even clearer by having stuff in between, like rail tracks and connecting it to the village and all that. So it looks a little more organic, a little more grown into the landscape. So, and that's my first reason. The second reason is more pragmatical one. A pragmatic one, not pragmatical. I do want to make as many citizens happy as possible. So these here need culture and a pub and whatnot. And so we could maybe build that on the outskirts here and use it to tie this village into the city, if that makes sense. So that is the rough plan. That made me so thirsty. I needed a cup of tea. Right, now let's look. These here are actually really cheap to buy out. 11,000 because we just need a couple mechanical components that we cannot get to. Yeah, I think we're gonna make that step. You need to be built though by this one and this one. This guy here doesn't have any. Okay, so that all together will give us all the resources we need, and then we're gonna also let the helicopters loose. I keep helicopter. Go there. Okay, and then we'll buy out these because 11,000 is not that much, and it's gonna hold us up forever. Okay, now comes the interesting part. We did set signals here. So which resources we need most desperately? Probably pretty much everything. Like bricks and boards are a resource we have in abundance. They're not too expensive to get. So let's see what we have to invest. I don't need the biggest trains. I think like with two... Let's get one. With two... Sorry, it's all over the place. With 2 cargo wagons should be fine. So the open wagons can transport... Yeah, 60... I mean, yeah. That's plenty. Get 2 open wagons and start with the delivery of a bit of wood from here to... to there. We're going to unload there. The problem I'm having a little bit is usually I would say wait here until you're unloaded so we don't have unnecessary driving. The problem is we have 4 storages connected, so if we have these guys wait until they're unloaded, only 2 can park in here and they will eventually block the station. So for starters we are going to have to drive back and forth. That's just the way it is. And actually you can go, you start loading, yes. That's just the way it has to be for now. Okay, and we also need to set up these. We need the steel here. We'll take the bricks here. Don't want to mix the stuff in those storages. We'll have prefab panels here. So eventually we'll have more cargo train stations. And have the boards down here. Because the one is just not going to do it. It's going to be very, very inefficient. Number 1, we don't have enough space. Number 2 is going to be a lot of back and forth with the trains. But for starters, this will work out fine. Okay, so that'll bring in boards. Now we do the same for bricks. Is that storage smaller for bricks? Yes, 200 tons. 300, yeah. So with that amount of stuff we can store in here, like 300 tons of boards. We can only drive here 3 times anyway, and then the storage is full. So it's not a problem. We now need... Where am I? Here. We now need... another, probably 2 wagon train. But I'm actually gonna sell... this here is stuff that we might need. But in Berlin, I think we have a lot of crap in here. We can sell that. Can I just click sell all vehicles? Yes. That didn't do too much for us. Do we have some in Stettin that we don't need? That's the one. Okay, let's see how expensive the... I already know how expensive, right? We also need the open wagon, yeah. So it's another 80 grand. That should be okay. You now, hopefully, can reach here. You can. Load the bricks, obviously. And the brick of the bricks to the station up here. And that works too. Cool. And then you're off on your merry way. And once we have a couple of bricks and boards there, we should be able to speed up construction. Okay, and we're gonna alternate between that and starting the city planning here. And that should get it done in the near future. Mechanical components again. Everything else is here. So we're gonna do that. How about you? Everything is there, just mechanical components. 6,000 now, because of the building time. Can they not bring the mechanical components? Yeah, you bring them. That should be... yeah, but it's really annoying with those. And again, we're having problems with that. So you need to also work on here. Or we need the helicopter access to mechanical components. Okay, that should get it done. No, it didn't. It certainly diddly didn't. We also need you here. And here. Yeah. That is a little annoying. Okay. Heating problem. Oh, shoot. Why is there... That shouldn't be a problem. Actually, 2 workers here are enough. The problem is they can't reach here because this here didn't get built. I see. Where's the next bus coming? You bring workers for this station here. Hopefully, let's speed it up and see. Hopefully that'll work. Yes, that does work. Great. How many buses are coming here? Maybe we need one more. Micro. Yeah, I think we put one more bus on that line, just to be safe. Because they just split up between all those jobs. I don't want to run out of... because those jobs are important. I mean, the heating is important, that these people don't die on their station. The fire truck are very necessary there, because stuff... sorry, where is that? Here. Sort you by speed. The RF977, this guy here. So just put another one on the line. I'm gonna launch you out. And the line... I'm gonna space the line out. That should help. Okay, but now we should be heating things? We are, and these guys should have comfy warm feet. We'll make sure that is the case. It is. Cool. And I'm thinking 2 workers are enough on here, right? Gonna monitor it for a minute. Yeah, we're going up to 40. That is fine. That's fine. Okay. Whew. Good that we caught that. Purge that message queue. Let's take a quick inventory while we're at it. Yeah, situation in Berlin is a little dicey. I might have to redo this. Ah, that is painful. Very painful. Because this is so beautiful, elegantly solved, but yeah, okay. I'll do it off camera so you don't have to hear me cry. Over here, Messina is absolutely perfectly saturated with. And how is it looking in Stettin? Ooh, little on the edge here on these far out hotels. What is the problem here? Do we need more? I don't think we need more people here. But again, I think we only have 2 vehicles. Oh no, we have 3 vehicles. Yeah, that should be fine. Is that line spaced out properly? No, that's not the one. It is not spaced out properly, so we can fix that. Do we have a footpath connection? No, we do not. We only have the one connector here. That is interesting. Can we get an overpass in here? Probably not. Can we get a tunnel here? An underpass. Yeah, we could get an underpass. So let's build that one. I mean, it's currently already working somehow. Did we bring... No, I really don't know how it's working. I'm not questioning it. I'm not questioning that. It's all love. But we certainly want to make sure this will work well all the time. So we'll buy this out. The rest can get built, and then we'll bring up the underpass. I think here is fine. And then we have to make sure we have a road connection here. Which is a little annoying, but that's just the way it is. Because otherwise these construction vehicles can't reach here. And that should now get found. And then you can tunnel over to here. So make a nice curve. Let's not waste too much, like so. Okay, and that can then get built. Yeah, there's 2 already finding this. 2 guys finding this. Okay, great. And we are alright in Stettin. I mean, it's not great in these outer edges there, but it's okay. It does work. But we certainly need to watch our new little village now. And I'm thinking we need... Yeah, this is not great. This is not great at all. We have a problem. We'll leave it be for one night, but we need to fix this. Yeah, I mean, the worst part we have. Actually, this here should... Yeah. Okay, so this here is already coming up to temperature. This here is lacking. Yeah, we'll just buy it out for 11,000. We can't afford to wait any longer. And now, where's the second heat exchanger? Up here. Okay, and the rest... Is there another one? No. 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 Okay, the rest should work out, right? So let's monitor 79 degrees, and up here that should be okay. And let's actually go over here. We have 89. Yeah, that works beautifully. So these here have very warm feet. On here we have enough workers. How's the storage looking? Great. That's working as well. And here we're getting up to temperature. Okay, things are all right. Not good, not great, but this village here is going to have very warm feet as well. So funnily enough, Berlin is the only problem, but we're gonna deal with that next episode. Guys, it was a little bit talky, and we did the outline. I think I'm gonna take a little break here, and next episode we'll immediately start building the city, planning it. I might do a little more terraforming and redo the pipe connection in Berlin, because that's just a sad thing I have. It has to be done, but yeah. And then we'll start city building, and then we'll have like 2 or 3 episodes pure city building planning joy, I think. Also, we need to buy more trains. You know what, let's do that. Let's buy the prefab and the steel train next episode as well. Okay. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see each other next episode.